Hello friends, welcome to yet another captivating video of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro, and friends, in today's video I am going to discuss some extremely useful English vocabulary. So it is my earnest request, please watch this video to learn all this useful English vocabulary, and if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait. Immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So friends, welcome back once again to this fascinating video on useful English vocabulary. And as I have promised you, in today's video I am going to discuss some extremely useful English vocabulary which you can use in your day-to-day conversation, as well as when you are writing emails, essays. You can use all this useful English vocabulary. So without further delay, let's get started with today's video. So friends, the first useful English vocabulary is credible. Let me repeat, it's credible. Credible means believable and trustworthy. Something that you can believe, that is believable and trustworthy. As you see the example, the witness gave a credible explanation. That is something that is believable. Up next, we'll dive into the second word, and the second useful word is profound. Profound means very deep or significant. As you see the example, the documentary had a profound impact on the audience. That means having a very deep or significant impact. Up next, we'll dive into the third useful word for today, that is exemplary. Exemplary means serving as an excellent example. It's called exemplary. Let me repeat, it is exemplary. Exemplary means serving as an excellent example. As you see the example, his exemplary leadership inspired the entire team. That means leadership that is good or excellent example. Up next, we are going to dive into the next word. The fourth word is coherent. Coherent means logical and well organized. As you see the example, his presentation was coherent and easy to follow. That means logical and well organized. Up next, we'll dive into the fifth word, that is impeccable. Impeccable means perfect and without faults. Impeccable means perfect and without faults. As you see the example, her manners were impeccable throughout the event. That means perfect. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we'll dive into the next word, that is persevere. Persevere means to continue despite difficulties. That's called persevere. As you see the example, you must persevere if you want to achieve your goals. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we'll dive into the next word, and the seventh word for today, that is catalyst. Catalyst means something that causes change. It's called catalyst. Let me repeat, catalyst means something that causes change. As you see the example, technology has been a catalyst for economic growth. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we will dive into the next word. Next word is alleviate. Alleviate means to reduce pain or difficulty, is called alleviate. Let me repeat, to reduce pain or difficulty. As you see the example, the new policy will alleviate traffic congestion. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we'll dive into the next word, that is augment. Means to increase or improve. As you see the example, artificial intelligence can augment human productivity. That means it can increase or improve, obviously, human productivity. I'm quite sure it's clear. So friends, up next we will dive into the next word. As you see, the next word is on your screen. Let me read it out. That is bolster. Bolster means to strengthen or support. It's called bolster. As you see the example, regular training helps bolster employees' confidence. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we'll dive into the next word, that is conventional. Conventional means traditional or commonly accepted. As you see the example, they rejected conventional methods and tried a new approach. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we'll dive into the next word, that is discern. Discern means to recognize or understand. So, as you see the example, it is difficult to discern the truth from rumors. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next, we'll dive into the next word, and that is number 13, that is explicit. Explicit means clearly stated. It's called explicit. As you see the example, the instructions were explicit and easy to understand. That means it was very clear and clearly stated and easy to understand. Up next, we will dive into the 14th word, and the 14th useful vocabulary is plausible. Plausible means reasonable and something that is believable. Again, it's called plausible. As you see the example, his explanation seemed plausible. That means something that is reasonable and believable. Up next, we'll dive into the next and the last word for today, that is scrutinize. Scrutinize means to examine very carefully. As you see the example, the committee scrutinized every detail of the proposal. That means they examined every detail very carefully. I'm quite sure it's clear. So, friends, today I gave you 15 useful vocabulary. Please make use of them and go through all the examples and make sentences and comment below. And if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait. Immediately go ahead and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So stay tuned for further informative videos, and please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.